Well, hello there. I am Mark Rizzn Hopkins. I am the principal engineer for Animus, and I'm here to give you a quick little demo of our voice AI agentic system. So the big thing here that we want to highlight here is the way that we're really doing something interesting, patent pending technology to take raw audio input and escalate it into something usable for an AI agent without having to do a whole bunch of wild audio routing. So as you see here, we're using our neuro-inspired naming scheme here. This is our cochlea, this is our feed. That's coming in from a wearable device, a piece of open source hardware called the OMI. And you can see there's a raw feed right there. And over here is like the webhook feed where that is all being ingested into the system. Now, to give you an idea how that escalates into an actual AI situation, I'm going to show you this little text user interface that we've laid out across our agents. Now, this is an old demo that you can find in our release research paper that details how all this stuff works. This is an old conference call that I recorded and we used for a demo. You can absolutely replicate this by running the Python example feed. And you can see this is like an old conference call for the DAO I used to work with called Threshold. Most of that is being sent over to this, all that's being sent over to the cerebellum, which is this little, represented by this little feed right here. Most of that is being discarded, but occasionally it'll send something over to the prime agent, which will then decide to make a note about it. And then of course, after that call is done, it's going to decide to update, all this into like some meeting notes, right? So it shows that it's, what was talked about, what was worked on, etc. So that's kind of how that works. You obviously can play with that demo at your leisure and see what the longer version of that is. Or if you want, you can go over to our GitHub repo and actually read through our work here and download the examples and implement it into your own workflows. We will be obviously writing more code to make this plug and play and self-installable without having to be a development whiz. But yeah,